Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today, I'm going to be working on this little Class C motorhome back here. It's got a water leak, pretty good water leak. I was actually here a few days ago, and I just thought it was a simple, commode valve. And I got here, I found out it's way more than a commode valve, and I didn't really I had not allotted enough time to tear into this the way I'm going to have to tear into it. So I'm back today. Hopefully we'll get this thing fixed. Hopefully that's the only water leak. I don't know. I don't think it was winterized properly last year. And here it is, September again this year, and the gentleman's trying to sell it. So he's wanting to try and fix some stuff on it. So we're gonna see if we can get this water leak fixed today, and we'll move on. Sad day. Was gonna use my Canon camera today to shoot this video. Turned it on, has the black screen of death. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the little flip out screen has broken. I know it's broke, but it's been working. The camera blew over several times till I got a better tripod. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy a camera now. Yay. Those things aren't cheap. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna take you inside and show you what we got. The first day that I was on this job was a week or maybe two before I actually shot this video. And apparently I lost some video because I was using my phone, because you know that I just said my good camera decided not to work that day. So I was using my phone, not used to doing that. I lost the scene. So let me explain to you why I'm going to do a little bit later in this video what I do. Okay, this camper, this little Class C motorhome, the commode actually sets up on a riser. I don't know, probably 6-7 inches. So here's the main floor of the bathroom in that motorhome. Like I said, there's a little riser here that the commode sets up on top of. Well, when I was there before, I was there by myself. I didn't feel good that day. I know, excuses, right? But anyhow, the only way to find a leak is to make the leak, see where it's coming from. So, I hooked up the water lines, I turned on the water, I rushed in the camper, and it was just water just pouring out from under this riser into the floor of the camper. I'd laid towels down here to catch it, because he'd already told me where it was coming out, and so I'd laid some towels down here to try and catch it and stuff. But yeah, there was just water everywhere here. Now the funny thing was, everything up here behind the commode was dry. Okay, because I suspected it was the commode valve, but everything up here was dry. All the water was coming out from under this riser. So there was no access to get under this riser to try and see what was going on. No access in the front, nothing up here on top, nothing on the back, nothing from underneath. There was just no access. Okay, well, I figured this wall was going to have to come out here to access this where I thought the leak was. Okay, so that is why that in this next part of this video, I'm taking this wall panel apart, trying to just so I could look back in here where the water lines were at and see if I could figure out where the leak was. So let's just carry on with the video, and hopefully this will make sense in a minute. Got that screw out. Yeah, gotta figure out that piece of trim. Gonna have to take a screw or two out of this curtain thingy too. It's got the pleated curtain. You get a screw or two out of that. All right, now let's figure out what makes this piece of trim tick. may just slide on the end of this paneling. Almost think it might have double-sided tape or something on it. No, I'd say it clips on the end of this paneling. Well, I honestly don't know what's holding it up there. Oh, I see what it does. Let me show you. This is the outside, and then this slips in behind this piece of paneling. And that's what holds it, it's just friction. So that was good, that came loose easy. Now, let's see if we can get this piece of paneling pulled away a little bit without breaking it. Hopefully it's not glued. Hopefully it's just stapled. I do believe it is glued. I don't see a single staple in that. Oh boy. Hopefully some kind of glue that will come loose fairly easily. Whoo-wee. That whole thing is glued. Wowzer. Wowzer. The chances of getting that piece of paneling off the wall without breaking it is just about nil. We may end up cutting an access hole down there. Man. Yeah, let me do some thinking. Probably go talk to the customer, see about cutting us an access hole down there, and we'll carry on. Here's a little trick that RV techs, most RV techs probably know this, but maybe you don't. If you need to make an access hole down there, this is going to be low on the ground, or low to the floor, and we'll put the louvers down. Unless you get down and look up in this, you'll never know what that is. But we're going to cut an access hole. This is a 10x4 vent. Probably cover a 10x4 hole. And I'm going to go down here, done measured in. The center of the back of the commode's about 14 inches in from here. So we're going to go down there and push around on that wall, see if we can figure out where the studs are at in the wall. And we're going to make us an access hole with my Milwaukee oscillating saw. Then we're going to clean up with my new vacuum. And no, Milwaukee does not sponsor me. I wish they would have. God, I have spent a tremendous amount of money here recently on Milwaukee tools. This is a cordless vacuum. Never really used it. Just turned it on, made sure it worked. So we're going to try it out here today. All right, made my little hole. I can't really see down in there, so I got my borescope out. It's the Klein, also not a sponsor. I'm gonna look back in that hole. I see a water line back in there, but it's not the same water line that comes up behind the commode. Let's see if I can show you. This little 3/8 hose right there, that's the supply line for the commode. But what I seen back here was a 1/2 inch PEX. So let me peek around a little bit and see what I see. All right, I kind of peeked around in there a little bit. There's a drain line right there. I guess for the shower? No. Oh, I guess for the sink. It must come around 90 and go over here. Or maybe it's the drain for the shower coming from over here, but I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and have to commit to making a hole. So let me get that all measured up, and I'm just gonna make it smaller than the vent and get that hole cut. And then I am by myself today, so I've run the supply line from this guy's house and the supply line for the motorhome in here, hooked it to my Y that has valves on it, so I can lay down here and look back in that hole and see if I can see that leak. So it's a pretty significant leak. I've already laid my towel down in here, hopefully to catch that leak. But I can lay down there, look back in the hole, cut my water on, and cut it right back off. So hopefully there will be a minimum amount of water leak. So I'm not gonna be able to show you that because I can barely see down in there. So I'm squeezing down between this wall and this bed, and you know, this old hillbilly don't bend like he used to, so this is quite a chore for me to get down there and look in that hole. But I just need to know, you know, do I need to take my access hole farther that way or what? I don't know. I can't look back in there. The supply line for that commode, that little 3/8 supply line, comes off a piece of 1/2-inch PEX back in that corner. So I don't know where the leak's at. So let me see if I can spot that leak, and then we're gonna have to make that hole bigger, or we may have to move the hole. May have to put 2 vents. I have 2 of those. Might have to put 2 vents on it. I don't know. We're gonna see. Oh, another quick thing. If say you had a hole on the outside of your coach, you know, you would that you wanted to cover up with a vent, which I may or may not have done in my career, time or 3 or 10. But you know, if say this was mounted up on a wall, well, you could look up in it. You could see that, you know, maybe there was damage. Well, what I have done in the past is cut me a piece of aluminum about the same size as the vent, paint it black, put it behind the vent, and then if you look up in the vent from the outside, all you see is black. You figure it's a hole. Nobody ever pays any attention to it. There's your quick tip Friday, because it would be a quick tip on Tuesday, but it's not Tuesday, it's Friday. So let me get down there and see if I can see where our leak's at. I'll be back. Well, everybody makes mistakes, even hillbillies. I really don't think the leak's down in there. I think the leak is on the back of the commode, the valve. I did not see any water around the back of that commode when I was here a few days ago. It was all coming out from under that pedestal. I mean, yeah, I seen it coming down, would have leaked in that pedestal, you know, under that pedestal and run out that floor, but it looked like it was just running down that supply line for that commode. So I'm gonna have to see if I have a valve for this commode, which I'm not sure I do. I know I've got a valve for that style commode, but this one has the flush, the spray nozzles, and I don't think I'm gonna have one of those. So let me go check on that, and we'll see what we can do here. There's a hose clamp I need to get off back here. It's really close to this wall, so I'm gonna use my little palm ratchet, I think is what that's called. And really appreciate everybody going to my Amazon store and buying these things. I've got all kinds of stuff in my Amazon store. Be sure to check it out. I got lots of tools that I use, and parts and all kinds of stuff in there. So be sure, there's a link down below to my Amazon store. Go check it out. If you want to. If you don't want to, it's like everything else, just don't do it. It does help though, when y'all buy stuff. I gotta get this sprayer hose off of here, get it out of my way so that I can get the supply line off. Boy, that thing does not want to come off there at all. I'm gonna have to go full grill on that. Ain't no wonder that nipple on that valve for this thing is long. There we go. Finally got it under. That gives me access to my supply line, so I can get it off. I'm going to use this faucet wrench to reach back in here. I hope get that off if there's room for it. Ooh, that baby was tight. Oh, I did see where my new valve. It's got that nipple for the sprayer, but it's just capped off with a piece of plastic. So I guess you just cut it off, slide your hose up on there, and then you got your sprayer. I'm assuming. I just put the new valve on the end of the water hose, the supply line, because I just want to make sure that is my leak. I want to make sure I don't have another leak. So I am going to put the water back on and look around and see if we have any other leaks. So yeah, y'all already seen that once, so I'm gonna do that again. As long as you don't move this valve right here, this will stay dry. So let's see if we have any other leaks. Looks like we only have 2 leaks. This commode valve and the outside shower. Gentleman had a friend, air quotes, winterized this thing for him last year. And I'm afraid to say, friends mean well, but if they don't know what they're doing, shouldn't do it. Have I done that before? Yeah, I have. Yeah, a long time ago. Had a friend ask me to do something, and I said, sure, I can do that. No, I couldn't. And I ruined the shower stall. I'm not gonna go into it any farther than that, but it's a brand new shower stall in an apartment he was building. So yeah, no, you can't, getting friends to help you is all right, but they really need to know what they're doing. So I'm gonna try and change this commode valve. Sometimes these valves here, this is a Tetford commode. It's an Aqua Magic 5. That's a V in Roman numerals. Aqua Magic 5 valves. Like I say, sometimes you can change these without pulling the commode. I'm gonna try that. If I fight it for a couple minutes and I can't do it, I'll just pull the commode, change the valve, put the commode back down. No big deal. It's just sometimes you go to pull a commode up, something's wrong with your bolts or rusted or whatever, and they should be brass, but they're not always brass. Sometimes they're rusted, and then you've got a big pickle. Then if you can't get the nut off them bolts easily to hold that commode down, you're in a heap of trouble. Yeah, that can turn into a half-a-day deal. So let me see if I can get this valve changed without pulling the commode. If I have to pull the commode, I'll bring you back and show you how to change that valve. But if I don't, I'm not, and there's no way I can film that. It's down behind that commode, and I'm not even gonna try it. So we'll be back. There's a repair on the wall. Nobody will ever know the difference unless they need to get in there to see something, and they'll go, hey, look, somebody already cut us an access hole. So the commode valve is changed. Got to clean up a little bit. I did end up pulling the commode, but I just fixed it right here. Just took me a second to put the valve on after I got the commode up, and I put it back. So sorry I didn't video that, but that's how it goes sometimes. So that's going to be it for this video. You know, we all make mistakes. I really thought that leak was below the commode. I did not realize it was just the commode valve that was leaking. Got one more leak to fix on this, the outside shower. That's when your buddy winterizes your camper for you, they always forget the commode and the outside shower. So do yourself a favor, people. Just call professional when you get ready to winterize your RV. And then if something's broke, froze and busted in the spring, then he gets to pay for it. So that's gonna be it for this one. Not much of a video, I know. You did learn a really useful tip on how to cover up a hole. And if you'll start looking in RVs, there's stuff like that around. People have, even the factory sometimes has to make an access hole. They just put a vent or something over it. Nobody ever knows the difference. I'm gonna go fix this outdoor shower, and I'm gonna go up the road and fix another one. And y'all have a fantastic day. Oh my goodness. Here I am, broke down beside the road, and it's so hot and humid out here today. I feel like I'm melting. It's so hot. The eagles look like they're just sitting still in the sky. They can't even fly. It's miserable. And I forgot my hat today. What was I thinking? If it was just a breeze blowing right now, it may help. Oh, look. Can you wait a little bit? Oh, there is a breeze blowing. Oh, thank goodness. Now, if I just had a hat to keep this sun out of my... If I just had a hat now to keep this sun out of my eyes and off my face. Oh, look, the wind blew a hat in. Let me see if it fits. That is such a comfortable hat. And it's like the sun's gone away. The sun's not beating down on my head now. And it feels 20 degrees cooler. It's awesome. Let me see, what kind of hat is that? Oh, that's one of those new Hillbilly RV hats. That's those one that Hillbilly guy's selling. You know what? I bet you if you went to that guy's PayPal account and sent him $21, I bet you he'd send you one of these hats. If you do that, be sure and leave your contact information as a private message on PayPal. And you could get one of these really nice hats. They're the Velcro closure. They are supposedly made in America. Don't look at the tag inside because it says China. But the little flag on the back says it's made in America. Go check out, oh look. Oh, Hillbilly's got stickers too. If you buy a hat, he'll send you a sticker. So like I said, if you order a hat, you're going to get a free sticker. If you just want to buy the stickers, be $5 for 2 stickers. Okay, same deal. Just go to PayPal, give a Hillbilly $5 and your contact information in a private message, and he'll send you a sticker. 2 stickers, I mean.